Anyway. Let's see, what else do we have? I don't know if anybody's got a solution for the iCloud drive thing, but I had to turn mine off because it literally started filling up my C drive to the point where it literally did a thing I have never seen a C drive do. It literally said full.
What?
0 space. Full. Not 1, not 2, not 10. Full. Because of that thing. As soon as I stopped it from updating, and it went to 10 gig. But while it was trying, full.
Maybe
So
I need to look at that.
I turned off my iCloud drive. I mean, I don't really use it. I don't have any reason that, and that could have been the way that I could move things from the phone to my computer, but I don't have enough C drive space.
Right.
So and I thought about deleting the C drive thing and have it be on another drive, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that would solve the problem, but I haven't been adventurous enough to delete and put it back on and see if it works, because honestly, I don't care that much.
Yeah.
But it would be nice if I could put it on so that I could I could have everything go to that place, that cloud, and then I could just copy and paste.
One of the things I don't like about the iCloud is, say I take a video on my phone now, I can't go to my iCloud on my PC and download that video immediately.
Right.
It's
days.
It sometimes takes 24 to 72 hours before that is available, even if I say back up to the cloud or whatever.
Yep.
I still can't get the image I'm looking for. It drives me absolutely crazy.
I don't use the iCloud like that. I use the OneDrive. It's faster, or the Google Drive.
Well, right, but then you have
But
to,
you have
but
to
then you
have
have to copy it. Then you have to have the space. I only have 15 gig on my Google Drive. The 4K video that was coming out of Cam 3 over there
Was 46 gig.
right. So there was no space to even upload it. So
So
now you're not 4K anymore, you little bastard.
What?
Yes, I had to downgrade, man.
You
Been
mean
demoted.
You've been
mean
demoted.
that you're not going to be uploading to my drive every time?
It depends, but
Who's
I'm
been promoting
hoping.
to customer.
I'm hoping
Because
because I still don't have the 15 gig on my. I don't have the full 15,
No.
so I still might need to do it, but it'll be smaller. It won't take up as much.
It
space.
won't matter to me. I have 200 gigs in there.
I don't know how much I have.
That is supposed to be shared with a family that can't be shared.
Yeah, it's telling us that we are in separate countries when we're in the same room.
Using the same router. Anyway, what else do I have here? Is anyone upset R. Kelly is in jail?
He's in jail.
I didn't know it was in jail.
I don't pay attention to news. He's been trying to get out since the COVID-19 thing hit.
Listen,
Saying that he didn't feel safe.
let his ass stay in
Does
there.
anybody feel safe in jail?
I know. Does anybody feel safe at home?
I feel safe with several people around me who possibly shank me at any time.
So I think it's interesting. But does anybody care that he's in jail?
No.
I don't think
No.
so.
I think it's interesting.
Clearly, we didn't care because we didn't know.
Well, I guess my thing is, after the documentary about him, it kind of feels like he's been forgotten. He kind of feels like OJ without the white folks. Like, yeah, he's a good music producer, and you know he has all of those accolades that basically you can't take from him. But outside of that, don't nobody give a damn about him.
No.
And it kind of seems like that's where people are. Like, so what? You know, if he did it, he did it. If he didn't, he didn't. But
we know he did it.
But nobody cared.
No.
You know what his status is. I put it to you people. Do y'all care? Do you care?
Not really. 'Cause, I mean, it wouldn't be like his music went away. I think people would care more
It did on, what was that, Spotify?
I think people would care more if the music went away than everything
No,
else.
your personal collection can't go anywhere.
Nope. And I've bought many
Right.
a CD.
Right.
All right, what else we got here? I wrote down Karen's book recommendations.
My book recommendations?
I don't know why I wrote that.
I don't either. I'm nearly finished with my 7th book.
I don't know. Not what you're reading.
Oh.
Book recommendations. Do you have any recommendations of books for the people? Things that they should read?
I guess it would depend on their...
Oh, come on now. We want you to recommend.
You
You're
don't
not.
care about what they like. You are recommending things to them.
Do you have any recommendations right now? If you don't, it's okay to say I don't.
I mean, I always have book recommendations, but it's usually based on criteria. I always say go and read the Kane Chronicles by Rick Riordan. Read the Percy Jackson
Adults.
books. Yeah.
Come on now. Adults.
Aaron,
Why
I
are you
learned-
bringing up? Stop
Listen,
bringing up
I
YA
learned
text for adults.
No, I learned a lot from...
Learning a lot and having YA text for adults is not the same thing. Anybody can learn from any text. I'm not doubting that. I'm not saying that's a problem. I'm saying, do you have any adult books for adults?
I don't read adult books.
Okay, now, do you have any YA books for young adults?
Yeah, the
Okay.
Kane Chronicles,
Go.
Percy Jackson. But you can't read the next part of the Percy Jackson series if you don't read the first 5, so I'm not gonna... The Apollo series, there's... Rick Riordan has just an enormous amount of really fun books, but you just happen to learn a little something as you're going along.
Okay, do you have anything for the younger than young adults?
Yeah, just go to Epic.
Epic.
Just go to Epic, getepic.com. If your teacher doesn't already have an Epic account for your classroom, ask them to get one. It's free for teachers, and you have access to 35,000 books and videos that are read to me, they're audio, they're read on your own, there are chapter books, there are how-to videos, there are really fun video books. I mean, there's just
A plethora.
yeah, and you can get them in English, Spanish, French, and Chinese
Yeah, those how-to videos are a little weird.
because they're by kids for kids.
Yeah, but I think they're also edited by kids. Cause
Some of them are, yeah.
They're not great.
we watched
It's not the hotness.
we watched a video on how to make slime back before Keegan didn't have the slime knowledge.
Before she became a
And-
slime master.
It was like it was edited. It had music and it was cut up, but they cut it way too far, so you could tell they went something, and then it would sit there for like a minute, and then it would cut to something super abrupt, and it was like, this just feels weird.
So it's just
and
bad
then,
editing.
yeah,
So,
just not.
what
good
was
editing.
the Dragon Book series that you listened to on Epic?
Wings of Fire?
Was it good?
I've only listened to the one book.
Did
Is
they
it
have
good?
more than one book when you started listening?
No.
But they have
There's
them all
like
now.
8 or 9 books in the
Would
entire
you
series.
recommend it?
Yes, I like those.
The Spirit
Especially if you like
Animals
dragons.
collection is on there as well. The first book of Spirit Animals is by Brendan Mall. And if you don't know him, he's the writer of Fablehaven.
That's the only one worth reading.
The first one.
The other ones suck.
They did something that I've not really seen before, where they have this series of books that follow the same theme with the similar characters and the same kind of
Same characters.
characters
Same
and-
story.
same storyline, but then they have different authors write each book.
Yeah, and they tried it with that series and it failed horribly. That's why no one ever does it anymore.
But does that mean that the
Sucks.
different writers, you didn't like one but liked another? Blah,
Yeah,
blah,
we
blah,
like
blah.
the Brendan Mall one. But we like him as an author anyway because he did the Fablehaven series
What's the problem?
and the Candy Shop series.
Why is that a problem? I mean,
Well,
they do that with They do that with series that you watch on TV. There's not the same director every week.
Sure.
Well, so why is it different? Because that's exactly what happens. The writers of the show are not the same every week.
You notice it for 20 minutes, but you notice it for 20 chapters.
Do you?
Yes, because the first book, very straightforward, right to the point. Action scenes were very descriptive. It paints a good picture in your mind. And then the next one is super slow. So when you're coming off of the first book, it's like, okay, can you get to the thing, please? Like, you're taking too long.
So you're looking for consistency where basically could not exist.
Right, it couldn't happen because it was done by a completely different person.
Right.
Well, I
with
wonder,
their own style.
Yeah,
Right.
and I wonder if they had the two authors collaborate, maybe in the first couple of chapters, if it wouldn't have made it a more seamless transition.
Right.
But they didn't have it. It doesn't seem like they had any collaboration.
No.
Like the second author read the first author's book and then just said, "Okay, well, I'm going to take this leg of the race and then
Yeah. Like Black Mirror.
I haven't seen Black Mirror.
Where you have totally different story, totally different director, different writer.
Well,
blah,
this
blah,
is
blah, blah, blah.
this is the same story.
I know, but what I'm saying is they're looking at, they're only taking this one piece of it.
Right.
Yeah.
They're taking
And they're
essentially
doing it their
the
way.
end.
Yeah.
Kind of like Aliens, and looking at, you got this, Ridley did this one, and then Cameron did this one, and then somebody else does that one, and it keeps doing that over and over and over. But so, okay, you like The West Wing?
I do like The West Wing, and I know I have friends who have not seen The West Wing after season 4 when Aaron Sorkin stopped.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But
And
it's the same thing.
Who were we listening to the other day that said the same thing? Was it Adam?
Said the same thing.
That they hadn't seen after season 4 when Aaron Sorkin stopped.
Yeah, Aaron Sorkin.
No.
Aaron Sorkin said that he hasn't seen it
No.
either.
I think it was Adam.
It was
We were listening to
Yeah.
This Is Only a Test.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Adam. I think it might have been Norm.
I think Adam
'Cause
said the same thing too.
Norm he's been watching,
The West Wing?
no, from where he left off. Like,
Oh.
he's been watching that to the end. But actually, it might have been Adam because in the last one, Norm says that he hasn't seen the ones before.
He didn't see 1 through 4.
Yeah.
And then
So he has to
he'd
go
only
back.
seen 5 through 7.
He hasn't seen 7 yet.
Oh. He hadn't.
As of this taping, he might have seen it.
Right. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. Aaron Sorkin's masterclass. He
Yes.
says, "I didn't watch after I
Yes.
left."
Yeah. And then part of the masterclass is him sitting down with those people that are in the class, watching it.
Yeah, and like
Interesting.
changing it.
Well, then you get to analyze it,
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it would be like a first watch through. Okay, I don't know.
everybody's got
Books.
a masterclass.
I guess I can make a list of books and I can post it.
On the blog.
Put it on the blog.
I can put it on the
On
blog.
the blog.
Because I do have some adult books that I've read, but
Oh,
I just
really?
I have
Adult
like,
books? Are these like the ones that they're in the back pages of the Playboy?
No.
I got one of those.
What?
The Big Book of Breasts.
The one that I always think of as it was too adult for me was The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I did not enjoy that book, and a lot of my friends really enjoyed it, and I just hated every second of it.
Because it wasn't YA.
No.
What, I don't know what that means.
This is the only
Has
way
an adult meter.
I have a threshold.
This is too adult for me.
I always say it was written by a man for men. It's very data oriented in the first 6 chapters. It's very dense and kind of. There's a lot of data in it in the beginning, and
Not data.
it was just very boring to me for the first 6 chapters. And I'm like, no, I have to push through. I was also reading reading at the same time one of the ballet moms was reading it, and so I was trying to we would go and then have a conversation during summer intensive classes. So I was trying to get through it, and I had gotten the second book, and I had ordered the third book because I always read the whole series. And when I finished the first book, I instantly grabbed the second one, read the first page, was like, nope. Closed it, put the books on the shelf, went to Amazon and canceled the book for the third order.
But you always read all of them.
What
is your problem?
No.
Why are you hating them?
I couldn't do it. It was too violent, too aggressive.
Too violent?
Really? I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. It was too much for me.
Mama doesn't like violence.
You've become like an old person. I say this like at least once a day. You've become like an old person. Like, get off my lawn. I don't want to be bothered.
I don't want that in my brain.
No partying. No loud music.
Like, I can still see scenes from the book very vividly, and it's been more than 10 years since I've read that
I don't
book.
see the point. So what? What's the problem?
Nope. I don't need any more of that in my brain.
Why are you running away? That's one of the reasons why you won't watch all the pop culture stuff we keep telling you to watch.
Well,
that's awesome.
The reason I read is to escape into another place.
Wouldn't that be an escape?
No, I don't want to be there.
I want to go to Disneyland. I don't want to go there.
I want to go to Disneyland. I like fantasy. I don't like that. And it's kind of like a murder mystery style book, and I'm not into that kind of thing.
But you like Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Oh my God, this is literally murder mystery.
But no, it's not the same.
It's modern. It's a modern take on the same genre, right? If you're calling it murder mystery, that's what Sherlock Holmes is. Have you even watched Sherlock?
Yes, of course I've watched Sherlock.
You have?
Yep. I watched 2 seasons of it.
Oh, you haven't seen the last season.
Who plays the main character?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Cumberbund is right. That's absolutely right.
That's what Jess's dad calls him.
Yeah, both of them are in the MCU.
Yes, they are.
Everybody's in the MCU.
Everybody.
Watson.
Friggin' Andy Serkis doesn't count because
The
he's
Hobbit.
into every movie.
Yeah.
The Hobbit.
All right.
You good?
Go to the paper.
You good?
Yep.
The paper time? If you want to follow the Traveling Farrs, you can find us on the YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, iTunes, Spotify, or the Google Podcasts, or any place that podcasts are being listened to.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
The Traveling Farrs. If you like the Instagram and the Twitters, Traveling Farrs. If you want to email us, which we always listen to your emails, so we read every email that comes in.
I do.
travelingfars@gmail.com, and the blog space, where Karen's going to put book lists.
Yeah, I'll create a book list.
The travelingfars.blueberry.net. No E's in the blueberry. There you go. And if you want to check out the Aaron's Game Chat, go to Aaron's Game Chat
on Instagram and Facebook.
There you go. Say goodbye to the people.
Bye, people.
Peace!